Welcome back to the channel. I have a 23 Ram TRX Havoc Edition. Now you might be wondering, what the heck is a Havoc Edition? All you have to do is look at it and you'll see. But if it hasn't clicked yet, it's basically Big Bird yellow, Baja yellow, and you get yellow stitching on the interior. But this is a special edition, which makes this a unique setup. Now here's why you should definitely buy one. Currently, right now, if you would like to order a Ram TRX, you would have to get black to get monotone like this. If you want any other color, it has to be two-tone. I personally like the monotone look better, and having the Baja yellow, this thing looks absolutely ridiculous. So this just follows suit with the Ignition orange and then the Sandstorm one that they've had. This is basically the third special edition, and obviously everything around this truck you get anyways. But special shout out to Larry H. Miller here in Sandy, Utah. They do have this truck available, and hey, if you want a TRX, there's one ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker and then we'll go around the truck. I did notice that some dealerships are marking this truck up like $50,000. I don't believe that Larry H. Miller is doing something crazy like that, so be sure to call him on this truck. Base price is $84,355. Here's some of the specs there. Standard equipment, be sure to pause it for more. And then here is the optional equipment. So Havoc Edition is right there, and everything's going to be included. And then this does have the TRX level 2 equipment for $10,995. And that's pretty much all the options on this truck. Destination was $1,895 with a total price of $106,445. And then here is the warranty and fuel mileage. So really quickly, I wanted to show you a Ram Rebel. Now obviously this is an off-road, has a 2-inch lift, has a fender flare, so it gives it a nice little aggression. And overall, this thing looks pretty darn good. Now check out the TRX. This thing is 7 feet wide. Let me say that one more time. This thing is 7 feet wide. And having this ridiculous front bumper and 35-inch tires just makes it look so much better. These are going to be beadlock wheels, and these are going to be your Goodyear Wrangler Territory ATs. And I haven't driven this truck, but I have driven a ZR2 that has 33-inch tires, and they rode great. And typically the taller you go, the better the tire gets. So this is going to be an LT 325 65 18. And check out just the front of this truck, guys. Like, look how ridiculous that skid plate is and how far back it goes. Aluminum control arms, Bilstein shocks. And this does have the limited headlights too. And they're gonna be full LED top and bottom. And this does have a forward-facing camera. And the bumper, yep, is metal. It's not plastic up here. And because of how wide this thing is, they do give you these markers that are amber up front. Great hood accent. You have your heat extractors right there. And you have your badge for the Hellcat motor. And with the yellow paint, I have to keep saying this, the black accents does really make this paint look good. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. So of course you have the black mirrors, and they have this smoked out. You also have painted door handles too, and check out your fender flares and your side vent. You have your Ram badge right there. It just all looks great together. This does have a 33-gallon fuel tank. And man, look at that, wow. The control arms out back. This truck was built for going off-road. Tons of skid plates, they're everywhere under this truck. One for the fuel tank. You also have one obviously for the transfer case. And yeah, it's just a lot of protection. Even your Bilstein shocks has some protection there too, you can see. Wow. And one thing that I noticed too, look how big the springs are on the TRX. You see how big those things are? Check this out. Here they are on a Rebel, so you can see just the size comparison on the TRX. Like, this thing is overbuilt, and it is truly a Baja off-road rig. They do provide the best step out back here, and you do have like this side markers on the side because again this thing is so big. Blacked out taillights, more fake vents right there. Really nice accent though. Dual exhaust, finished all blacked out. You have recovery hooks down below, class 4 receiving hitch, 7 and 4 pin. And I like how they hide the parking sensors. You can't really even see them really on the back. Backup cameras right here, and you do have a light down below. And see how they finish this like in a painted color. Spray and bed liner. And they do provide the bed lights. And they come on up top too. But who's ready to pop the hood? Let's go ahead and see what's powering the beast. So here is the monster under the hood. You can kind of see the supercharger right there, but you can see it a lot better on this side. You have a huge intake for this setup here too, but you can see the block a lot better. This thing has 702 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. The Havoc does not give you any power gains, but overall you don't really need them. 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. Now what's cool about this setup is it has an 8-speed transmission. This is the 8HP 95. That is a built transmission, and the 8HP 75 is a phenomenal transmission, but this one's just that much better. So all in all, this is one of the best performing trucks on the market, and I think that this is the best performing V8 that will last a long time, assuming you don't try to modify it to get to 1,000 horsepower. And then check out the hood here. As you guys saw in the front, it does have a hood scoop, and it is functional. You can see right there. Now, even though this is a parts bin truck, they're getting a lot of this interior from the Limited Ram, which is arguably one of the best interiors of all time. And all they did was just take away the wood trim pieces and put carbon fiber. Love the suede accents, black accents. Even the Harman Kardon speaker grills look amazing. And soft touch, pretty much where you like it at. A little bit of hard plastics down below. 2 bottle holders right there. And then check out this Prowler yellow stitching. A little bit of suede right there. Absolutely ridiculousness. Suede on the steering wheel right there. Also on the center console. On the dash, like sheesh. Let's go ahead and step inside. Oh, I didn't show you guys the sport pedals down below. Sport pedals. Like everything about this looks so good. Like wow. This is insanity here. Let's see how the door sounds when you close it. Oh, not quite. Solid. So let's go ahead and start it up. Now the digital gauge cluster was the step in the right direction. This is my favorite thing about this setup. So the first page that you see here for vehicle info is your MPG, right? Then you have a ton of gauges. This is the gauge summary. So you have coolant temp, transmission temp, intake air temp, intercooler coolant temp. It's a mouthful. Air fuel ratio, boost pressure, engine power, engine torque. Like oil life, oil temp, oil pressure. Like there's so many gauges for this truck. Not a lot of manufacturers do that, and this is something they do pretty much across the board. Like even like the small little truck there, you can see that there's a tire right there in the bed of the truck. That's so cool. And it has like the ram bar too, but you have your tire pressure. This is showing you some of your information for your driving modes that they have. Let's go ahead and go through them. So you have sport, great animation, faster shift times, firm suspension and steering, optimized for handling. Then you have tow. Well, you don't need to see what that is. You have automatic. Let's see what it says. Turns traction control on and automatically adapts to most road conditions. Then you have mud and sand. Turns traction control off and it shows you it's for that too. So great setup. I'm not gonna go through every last one of them, but you do have your paddle shifters right here on the side, and that's how it was kind of going through the driving modes there too. Push button start, they give you a red engine start stop. That's kind of the same thing I had on my Charger Hellcat. 12-inch display, and they have a nice readout too on this side too. It doesn't tell you exactly what it does, but it shows you what it changes down below. It's really cool. And as far as just the ergonomics, like you do have a split screen here that you can use. You can do navigation, your Sirius XM or whatever else you want to do, and you can set up other widgets as they call it. And you can do full screen navigation. You guys can see dual climate control. There's just a lot of things that you can do, even for the vehicle. You guys saw this thing had tons of cameras, so you can go right here. You can go to vehicle, you can do a surround view right there. If you go on the trails, you know, obviously these camera views are going to be great for you. They also give you the lines. There's a lot of cool functions that this has, and you can look at even the left side here. You see that tire, and they have a rear cam as well. And if you do tow a trailer, they do have trailer surround camera. Now auxiliaries are down below here. You have your downhill assist. And here's how you lock that axle too. I was kind of looking for the button, but it's right there. Down below here, you do have a wireless charger, 4 USBs, this little small area here for some storage. I do personally like this shifter and cup holders. I don't know if you guys were able to see this earlier, but this is showing you the engine, horsepower, boost, the supercharger that they're using. A lot of great information. And of course there's tons of storage for the center console. It's a little bit different from what you've seen, but you still have deep storage. They do provide a 115 volt plug. And then check out this little trim piece. It shows TRX right there. Really nice attention to detail, carbon fiber, and yeah, it's just a great setup here. Like really nice interior. This has the panoramic sunroof, so if you are just going off-road, you want the best views you can get, especially out here in Utah, you can get that in this setup here. Now check out the flex on the rear door. Really nice attention to detail. And this is the biggest cab in this segment too. Like check this out. Like look at the floor space you have. You have storage on both sides like this, and you have tie downs too. They also give you heated and ventilated seats, 4 USBs, 2 Type A, 2 Type C, another power plug, air vents, cup holders. These rear seats do recline, and if that's not enough, check out the attention to detail right here. Like who does that? Like they didn't have to finish this way because this is hidden majority of the time, but 2 more cup holders and storage. Really nice attention to detail. And this truck does have the MOLLE strips. I believe that's what it's called. It's like an acronym. It's like modular load carrying. So I can't remember what it's called, but these are something that the military uses. Seat back pockets there. Nice suede. Really nice interior, guys. Now let's go ahead and check out the payload. So here it is. Gross axle rating up front, it's going to be 4,300 pounds. The rear is 4,200 pounds with a 7,800 pound GVWR. Typically it's 7,100 pounds, but this truck is really heavy. And you still have a payload of 1,112 pounds, which is not that much, guys. But nevertheless, you don't buy this truck for towing. You buy it for going off-road and just flexing. But I hope this video was helpful. Special shout out to Larry H. Miller. They do have this truck available. And I'm serious when I say this. This is probably one of the best TRXs I've seen so far. I did like the orange, but the yellow is pretty fire. See you guys in the next video.